In this video, we will be growing evening sun mix sunflowers in the shade, which gets extremely filtered sun from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. only. Then that's it. We will be comparing shade growth to full sun growth, plus seed saving tips with a few bonuses mixed in. It's going to be a light and fun video today. We've earned it. So let's get going and growing. Hey guys, today is June 14th, only spot I had left, so I put a medley of sunflowers in here, and this is a high shade area. I have grown them in here before, and really I was missing sunflowers, so I'm gonna have me some sunflowers. July 2nd is that sunflower patch. August 10th, and I want you to see, okay, here's the top of it, and can you see all the multi-heads? Almost every leaf segment that you have here at the beginning of a new leaf, you have the possibility for a multi-shoot sunflower. Larger, which means a little bit more open, a little bit more leaves, a little bit more developed, a little bit more, hello. August 20th, we are up front with these shady sunflowers. So they are very much behind, but this one is just now gonna start to open. Look at all the shoots, not far behind it. Excellent. August 23rd, and we grew sunflowers in the shade. It can be done. You just have to wait a little bit longer. Just have to have patience. Just have to experiment a little bit. Now let's just enjoy them. Guys, let's just focus on how gorgeous my flowers turned out this year. This is evening sun. That means I got a variety of sunflowers. This one right here is a single head. And here we have multi-heads. This one right down here is a lemon queen, not part of the mix. But look at how different and pale these petals are compared to how bright yellow these petals are. I love that I get little tiny ones that almost kind of remind me of a brown-eyed Susan. And look at that one. Isn't she gorgeous? This is in 100% full sun. Beautiful bachelor buttons. This is Blue Boy. I've collected seeds from this one already. And here we have this red lime zinnia. Absolutely gorgeous. And they have gotten pretty tall. I started with just 4 starts, which I started myself. Put those 4 in toilet paper tubes. This is the Jung's Wildflower Bee Mix. I have a whole video on this last year. And they are gorgeous little givers. They keep reseeding themselves as the season goes by. This is a very shady part of the yard that I have those same zinnias in. I'm also letting some lettuce go to seed. I only got 2 of these all green zinnias, and I've marked the leaf here so I can come back and collect this. Hot pink impatiens. Do not underestimate the convenience and fuss-free convenience of an impatient, especially when it's under all of this shade here, going in and out of my driveway. It's so beautiful, you guys. I did not start these. I bought these at Walmart. Notice how big these ones are compared to these lighter pink impatiens. Also bought them at Walmart, but this is in a much shadier part of the yard. It's pretty much sheltered by the trees and the house. So, not as big, just as gorgeous. They're so low maintenance. I don't have to do anything. Sunflower is in the shadiest part of the yard. Don't let people tell you that you cannot grow sunflowers in the shade. You can. They're going to be smaller, and they are going to lag behind the full sun sunflowers. Isn't that gorgeous? Just like a little ring of darker orange against that hot yellow. Here's another one of those lemon queens. Look at how much the bees love these. You guys, these are all of the flowers that I started as annuals. We have lots more on the property that are just perennials. August 26th, and look how beautiful that is. This one's got a little bit of that autumn brick red or orange in it with that gorgeous bright yellow. Look at how huge that is. Bees love them. August 30th, and this is what it looks like when a storm rolls through. Look at how big this one is here. How heavy it is with seeds, and it still managed to beat that storm. So guys, why did these sunflowers up here survive that huge little windstorm that we had 2 days ago? Number one, they have a huge windbreak by the house. We also have about 3/4 of the yard is covered with big windbreak trees here. Therefore, these sunflowers are pretty protected. You can see this one here, which is starting to droop down, is just now starting to get some seed development. Everything in the back was already ahead of this. They were much heavier. They did not stand a chance in that storm. So another incentive to planting in this shady area up front is, well, you're gonna have these at staggered times. Up against the house is gonna be a nice windbreak for you. So just kind of think about it. Just because they're sunflowers doesn't mean they have to be in total and complete sun. And if you look this way, you can see that one way up here at the top is in full sun. The rest of them, they're in shade right now. So don't let it stand in your way. Check out my Etsy shop, T-Shirt Garden Company, featuring gardening, no mow, sewing, tiny house, Zen meditation designs. Link in box below. September 3rd, and can you see we're starting to copaline here. We're starting to develop some little seed heads in there. Like right here. Early stages of developing some seeds. And the more that they develop, the more heavier that they're going to get and start to topple over for us a little bit. They are so gorgeous. I am really debating on if I should cut some of these and just make myself a fresh arrangement, because I don't really like sunflower seeds, but I don't know. Kind of seems a little bit of a waste if I do or if I don't. All right, September 5th. Do you see that little seedless ball patch? Yep, they're developing their seeds. The birds are coming out here and harvesting on our sunflower seeds and leaving the remains. Would be great if they eat them all and find them all. However, this is why sunflowers becomes invasive. It's the seeds that the birds or the varmints leave behind. But considering that I'm right here on pavement, this isn't going to be too terribly bad for me. It's not like sunflowers grow like weeds and that's how they become invasive. It is the seeds that the birds leave behind after they have pecked and gotten their meal. Okay, next day, birds enjoyed it even more. Look at how much seeds they've left for me to pick up. Oh, and they're enjoying something on this side. Yep, right here. See that? It's really super easy since it's next to the concrete. But if you have these in a garden patch, they are going to be invasive. And I had problems with this before, and I swear I was picking sunflower seeds out for most of spring. Guys, look at how short these petals are on this side. And how kind of lopsided that center is there. It's not perfectly centered. That's very interesting. All right, I am just out here cleaning and cutting and getting some of these heads that are turning to seeds, because I'm gonna make a cut flower arrangement, and I'm going to save myself the pain of having to next spring pick out all of these starts, because the birds came out and feasted on the seeds. So I am going to grab those now and do a quick cleanup here and in the back. Look at how gorgeous those are. These Ferry Morse Evening Sun sunflowers. And you can see that they're an annual. They're also an heirloom, which I wish more seed companies would just put that. I mean, like, there's plenty of space right here. You can't put heirloom here for us. It's been in the house drying now for at least a month. And when you let them dry, they'll come out real easy. Thumb in circular motions, and they'll come out. Okay? Very, very easy to do. You know that that seed head is 100% dry. Just keep the total seed head in place. I've stored mine in a Ziploc baggie, and I've also stored them in little baby food containers. So glass jars, basically. One thing that you really need to do is make sure that they are properly dry and you've been patient. If you put the blooms on the heads like this and store it, that's going to create mold because there's no airflow there. Easy. And the beauty of heirlooms is that you can keep harvesting these seeds year after year. They will make perfect little copies of their parents from the year before as an heirloom. Keep in mind that these smaller flowers, the seeds, they're gonna look like you have seeds, but they're not fully developed in there. There's nothing in there, it's hollow. So in the center, you want this to be fully seeded. So if you still see a lot of yellow in here, it's not fully seeded. So pick them once you can actually see the seeds in the middle and to where their heads are down turning, because you know that they're heavy and full. And you don't have to pull them the first day. You could wait about a week and make sure that they're fully developed. The tip or the connection point, just exactly how dry that was. So I usually err on the side of double caution, and I let these sit here for about another week, and then I can go ahead and I can pop them back into my envelope. I know that baggies are going to produce some moisture. I don't really seal my baggies up. I use it more as an organizational system. I've also got some over here for my brother-in-law and gave him all the good info. Thank you so much for watching, and I invite you again to subscribe, as I have been gardening for over 40 years and have a lot to teach, show, grow, review, experiment with, and my favorite, a specific variety everything deep dive. So let's try new things together, mix it up, and have a glorious day.